Hello everyone, Ranga here from Prince Gaming and welcome to my video. So it's been a while since I did a video and that's because I was busy with work and other stuff. Finally I got myself free in time for the Overwatch launch. So what's this video? This video is just a basic tips for beginners and new players who will be playing Overwatch from the launch date or anytime after that. So many would have got a chance to try the beta and got a good knowledge of the game. Even though I think that it would have been more of a testing the game and knowing whether you like it or not more than the serious plays. Some people obviously would have played the game seriously, got more knowledge and got good in the game, but I still think that the main game kind of starts in the launch time, so I just wanted to get this video before launch. First, before we get into the tips section, I would like to give a small introduction of Overwatch for those who don't know. Overwatch is a hero-based first-person shooter. All the matches are 6v6. There are 4 hero classes: the attack, defense, tank and support. In each classes there are very different heroes, and of course all the 21 heroes are very unique. This is completely objective-based gameplay. The objectives may be escorting a payload or capturing a point, holding a point and something like that. So this is just a concise introduction of the game. Let's get into the tips. The first tip, as I said earlier in the introduction, is Overwatch is an objective based game. So always remember that objective is very much important than kills and deaths in this game. Other shooters normally have the team deathmatch and other modes where the kills and deaths are important, but there is no mode as such in this game, so always objective is very important. As I stated earlier, the objective can be escorting a payload, stopping a payload, capturing a point, defending a point. Whatever hero you are playing, try to center the play around the objective. Always keep an eye on the objective. In many cases, the enemy can easily breach the front line and go and just capture the objective and you will just lose the game. Always avoid that. Remember that objective is always important and try to center your place, like the tank should be in the objective, always defending it, or when try to capturing it, try to force the enemy to fight you near the objective. This will really help you to win the game, and I'm sure that you will realize this as you play. The next tip is one of the very important tips, that is a knowledge of the heroes. So as I said, there are 21 heroes. Right off the bat, you will not be playing every hero, of course, because you may have some favorite ones or you may be comfortable with one or the other hero, but that doesn't mean that you should not be knowing about the other heroes. It is very vital that you know the powers of all the heroes in the game, so that when you face against them, you know what they are going to do. As much as the objective gameplay is important, knowing the heroes and how they interact with each other, how they play, is also very important. So what I recommend is that go to the hero gallery. You can select the hero there and press the F1 button for PC, and then you can just view all their powers. I recommend you to do this for all the heroes because that will be really helpful for you. The next one is kind of in conjunction with the knowledge of the heroes, is that try to predict what the enemy will do. So in Overwatch, everyone on the battlefield is given a fair ground. So whatever you are able to do, other players will also do. Always try to think on how the enemy will react to all of your actions. You may plan something like go inside and use some ultimate and get a multi-kill. That's totally fine. But once you go in, you may be killed by someone unexpectedly by using their powers. Always try to anticipate like what enemy heroes are there, what powers are there, like had they used their ultimate recently so that they will not be using when you go in, or something like that on the lines. This is tough, surely, but practicing to anticipate enemy actions is a very key part of the success, and for this same reason is also the knowledge of heroes is very important. The next tip that I am going to talk about is knowing your team roles. So as I said in the introduction, there are 4 roles in the game: the attack, defense, tank and support. I'm not going to go into description of each of these roles. I'm just going to skip like what they should be doing and how to utilize them effectively. For example, you are playing a tank. You should know your role and decide whether you should defend the objective or defend your supports, so that they can keep healing you continuously, or sometimes the tanks can go in and kill some people. Like Roadhog is very good at going in a front line and hooking someone and killing. At the same time, as a tank, defending an objective is also very important. Let me give a good example of this by using Reinhardt. This is one common mistake that everyone does, and even I did many times in the beta. So you all know that Reinhardt has a charge power. We can just charge in. If anyone is pinned, they are immediately killed if they are put up against a wall. So what common mistake is that when we are defending some point, we will see some good opportunity to charge some enemy, we charge in, but ultimately, you know, when we charge in and go further away from a team, we will be outnumbered by the enemies and then we will be killed. What will happen is that there will be no one left to defend the point. The enemy could easily go through our defenses and then kill our offensive heroes or other heroes and take the point. That's all, game is lost. A small decision can affect the outcome of the game very much. And for this reason, knowing what role you should play is very important. This can also be said in the case of offensive heroes like Genji, Tracer, Pharah. They kind of excel best in moving around the map, mobility and flanking. But at the same time, Soldier, McCree, these heroes are good in more direct fights. So try to analyze what role you should play, communicate with your teammates and establish some roles for each other in the team, and that will surely help you. Next is the hero switching and team composition. Hero switching is one of the core mechanic in the game. You can change hero anytime in the match when you die or when you are in the spawn room. Again, hero knowledge comes to play here. I won't go much into hero counters, but I will give one example in general. Pharah is a counter to Junkrat because Junkrat cannot shoot the grenades in the air that will explode and kill Pharah. So with Pharah you can easily just go into the air, throw some rocket launchers on Junkrat and he is dead. So for example, when trying to attack a point, Junkrat is defending that point and your team is not able to get inside the point, you have no Pharah, try to switch to Pharah immediately, take down the Junkrat, capture the point. You may also switch back to your original hero after the objective has been taken. That's one of the main reasons that hero switching needs to be done. Same can be said for supports. Sometimes when trying to capture a point, a healer may not be needed because if we just coordinate well and go inside and attack the enemy, we will be able to capture the point. But at the same time, for defending, a healer is very important because your teammates should be always kept in a good supply of health. So in that case, try to communicate with your team and someone try to switching to support, which will be really helpful. Also, as much as hero switching, team composition is also important. So try to make a balanced team like one support, one tank, two objective heroes, one defensive heroes or one sniper is there, something like that. Even the game gives you tips while selecting your hero. So try to analyze what roles your team is missing so that you can make a balanced team. Now, my next and final tip is communication. Overwatch is completely a team game. Even though you can get some multi kills and you can do some big plays, 90% of the time matches cannot be won solo. You should always go with your team, stay with your team, communicate with your team in order to win. This won't be a problem when playing with friends, but of course communication will always be a problem in multiplayer when playing solo. There are high chances that in most of the games you will be losing up because of the poor communication. It may not be entirely our fault also because other people won't communicate. But my suggestion here is that we should communicate irrespective of others are doing or not. Letting others know our ultimate status, enemy sightings or enemy power usage, etc. through the text and voice chat can really make a difference. It may even force others to be friendly and communicate with you. Use the quick prompts on the inbuilt voice chat for communication, and I'm sure that gradually as people play they will realize that communication is very important in this game and start being friendly instead of just keeping their mouth shut all the time in the game and then doing whatever they want. So that's it for the video guys. I'm surely planning to do some more advanced guides and hero specific tips as I play the game more. Be sure to check that out later. So for that purpose, do subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends. That will be really helpful to me, and if you have any suggestions or more tips, just leave it in the comment section. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day.